Again, with some Paul Gilbert Al Di Meola inspired sequences for practice. I found that the most troubling place was when I picked when I had to transition from the fourth, from D string to G, and vice versa. So basically what I did, okay, I'm gonna use E minor because that's the key which is more suitable for classical guitar, which doesn't have cutaway like this. So I'm gonna start with my favorite position fingering, which is Locrian from F sharp. So that's it. Yeah, booster is on. And we're gonna go through a few fingerings, positions, modes. So we're gonna start with, but we're gonna all play on the lower or the higher, depends on how I look at it, part. So only from D string. This is E, note E. On G string, this is A. Then you go here. Then you go here. Yeah, sharp pick and pointy like this, which is flow, oxblood, Altex, 1.5mm pick. It helps a lot. It's better than the standard Jazz 3 XL, and definitely better than Delrin 500, which Ingrid uses, which is kind of, you know, different shape, more dull. Let's fire up the booster. Super overdrive. And you can, but this is a modified Paul Gilbert lick or Al Di Meola lick, which I kind of invented naturally because I started going crazy repeating just this. You had two more notes down. That's what I call Paul Gilbert. It's actually modified Paul Gilbert lick. It has 12 notes, so it's again 12. Let's see. Canada, 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 Canada. So 4 Canadas. Canada is a triplet. 4 by 3 is 12. Stuff like that when you have time, you know, when it's not obligatory, but it would be nice on a classical with nylon strings, which are kind of better. I don't like, you know, country western guitar is cool for chords and stuff, but the phosphor bronze strings really they interact badly with my fingers. E minor still. That's kind of, you know, the idea. And you can always extend it down. I mean up, but it's kind of visually down. You can always do that, or you can just continue. I can remember how to start it. Sometimes I like to start, when I start with legato, the first line, sometimes I start with upstroke, then I continue with downstroke. But it's more natural to start on a downstroke, because you would normally start with a downstroke. Remember, downstroke is this, so away from the guitar, and upstroke is toward the guitar. So I'm not doing this. This is not up. This is not upstroke. This is not downstroke, and this is not upstroke. This is downstroke. This is upstroke. Downstroke, upstroke. Because it's a 3D geometry. You know, space is curved. It's not 2D. We have that in one of those 4 picking tutorials. So it's better to start normally with a downstroke to keep uniformity of picking pattern. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, that polyglotasco lick. Okay. Yeah, I fucked it up a little bit, but that's the general idea, you know. That's the general idea. I'm a little bit slow today, and I know why, but I can't tell you why. Yeah, but when I'm playing the only 5 strings, then the first legato stuff descending, I start with an upstroke. So as to end D sharp on a downstroke. No, any note on A string. Don't know why. Maybe it's not logical. I don't know. actually I wanted to tell you something. My guitar tech, Luthier, told me that this aggressive vibrato is actually detrimental to guitar. And the first thing is it's gonna affect the saddles, which are kind of, I don't like this type of saddles. These are the vintage bent steel saddles, of course original stock. I prefer block saddles, which my Squire came from the factory. I think they're better. But any case, because little grooves tend to occur here. So when you play, when you use vibrato, whammy bar, or when you do vibrato with your fingers, still. So if it's very aggressive like mine is. Mind you, this is not a scalloped neck. This is not a scalloped neck. It's a normal neck. I don't like scallops because I have heavy hands. And you can also fuck up the nut here. The grooves in the nut can wear out eventually, depending on which side you do vibrato. If you do it like this, the grooves will tend to go like this, at an angle, like this, at an angle, like this, and it's gonna make noises behind the nut. And generally the string will wiggle. So he fixed it for me already. G string was fucked up. The groove on the nut and G string was fucked, and I could feel the string rolling around when I did vibrato. So everything has its price, basically. That's what he told me. Like, this is not normal to do vibrato like this. These are 9, by the way, 9s. 440. Tuning. Okay, whom I stole this from. So it's D sharp major, A major within A minor progression. Very good for practicing picking, because you can do it two ways. In two ways, both are valid. One is just harder, more difficult. Therefore, in a way, preferable for practicing. So. And this is also. There is some string, what I call string hopping. There is a little string hopping because of the nature of the riff, but you have to try to minimize it as much as possible. If you want to pick in this pattern. sounds not okay, but yeah, this is also good for practicing. This is what I like to do actually when I want to warm up really good. Okay, I can do Paul Gilbert, modified Paul Gilbert lick. Or Gilbert 3. But the best thing to try to see if your technique is actually working, apart from tremolo picking. If tremolo picking is working, then everything else should work, because everything else is in this hand, basically. Because if you want to have a good tremolo picking, you first have to have a good position, good posture, which is paramount. Without good posture, there's no good biomechanic. Without good biomechanic, you can't pick properly. So okay, that's the first test. Second test is I like to play riff flyer. Okay, I might fuck it up now because I haven't played lately English triplets, which are these. Okay, we're in A minor. English triplets. So he plays them here. Yeah, that one. Okay. Okay, and maybe you're gonna say to yourself, okay, I can play them pretty good like this, as they are. But that's not the point. That's not real life situation. You have to create a real life situation in which you would apply this and try to apply it as best as possible. So try playing riff. It's in 112 BPM, I think. The whole riff. That's the point. For you to forget about. So it's you have to play the entire riff in order to forget that you have to play this. You have to play it without, first focusing on it like this. Don't think about it, and just go with the flow. That's how I warm up, basically, doing this, exactly this, like this. Maybe I fucked it up a little bit, but that's not the point. The point is I was mostly able to play it okay. most of the sequence was okay, and I did it without even thinking. I was thinking about the song, I was singing in my head, you know, the words. Since you're my friend. Yeah, that thing is kind of a that's gonna even be harder. So if you cannot switch pickup in midair, you know, maybe you should try picking it, doing riff. It's on up. If you can't, you know, if it's too much trouble for you, for practice. And I'm trying to catch the rhythm, to be in rhythm. So that's the one. The second one would be Crystal Ball, which is kind of more difficult because he does this 12, E minor, of course. Starts off on G. It's in Dorian shape, Dorian fingering. So. And you play the whole thing, you know. You have the same thing similar in this is very difficult. Even he doesn't play it 100% pure. I mean, clearly. And it's even more difficult, I think, with alternate picking. I think he does economy. With your love, you gave me life. That's it for today, folks.